Wow, that Donkey Kong Bananza Direct was packed with surprises. From jaw-dropping gameplay variety to mind-blowing mechanics, epic objectives, and deep customization options, Nintendo just delivered a true showstopper. The exploration, biome diversity, vibe, pure Mario Odyssey energy. And that is one of the biggest compliments you can give Donkey Kong Bananza. Because for me, and I think many others, Super Mario Odyssey is an instant classic. A perfect 10 out of 10, and honestly, after this direct, I'm feeling like Donkey Kong just might be reaching those legendary heights. Now that's a crazy thing to suggest before I've even played the game, but you know, sometimes you can just feel it in your bones. So yeah, stick around as we dive into the tiny details that we saw in the direct, and I'm going to give you some examples on how I think Nintendo are going to use those details to enhance the Donkey Kong experience. Let's get into it. So the first thing that really struck me about Donkey Kong Bananza is just the diversity in everything. Starting off with layers, aka biomes, aka worlds. It doesn't really have to make sense, but I guess as he digs deeper, he finds more and more worlds with different skylines, but let's just ignore that for now. The fact is, it's quite obvious here the team have been given creative freedom to keep things varied and keep the player surprised. The different terrains, the different materials to smash, the way that material kind of can stick together to make bridges and objects, different enemies to face, power-ups, outfits to collect, each with perks, skill allocation, skill points. It just looks amazing. And what this means is that you can expect a serious amount of spectacle and diversity, which means you will always be seeing something new. Now if you just look at how Odyssey was and how they never really let a mechanic overstay its welcome, I can imagine the same being the case for environments in Donkey Kong. The variety in skills allows for exploration of the world in varied ways. It's not just jumping and platforming, it's a true 360-degree level of exploration. And the discoveries made when exploring actually feed back not only into the power-up system, but also into the skill system. More on that in a minute. The skill variety also means taking on enemies and bosses will never get stale. Again, rather like Odyssey, there were so many ways to tackle enemies, and as such, the game always felt new. That feeling of being a kid and being given a new toy just the right time is a skill that Nintendo have perfected over the years. And in the trailer you can see right here actually that these different skills come together in a variety of encounters, but all of them just so different, and it just adds credence to Nintendo's design philosophy. Not only do you have skills, but you also have transformations, and the crazy thing here is you're not tied to one transformation at any one time. You can transform between them all, and this is going to allow Nintendo to do some insane encounters and allow for some crazy exploration. I cannot wait to see what the Odyssey team have come up with. They've clearly been allowed to go big here if these design decisions are anything to go by. Not only that, but this will really open up a sense of discovery and feel extremely rewarding when you find something in this huge world. The interconnected systems already seem to be in place, transformations are powered by gold, and gold is found by pounding away at the environment and finding things, exploring the world. This then creates a nice loop of exploration into power, which in turn empowers your exploration, which leads to power-up gains. And we've not even got into challenge courses, this is even more variety. Taking cues from Mario Wonder's star level transformations, as well as some of Astrobot's kind of extra levels that you could access if you wish to, it seems like you can discover whole new games in Donkey Kong. These range from 3D fighter style arenas to 2D platformers, kart racing to Pikmin-esque puzzle solving. It's just so impressive. And then there's the other gameplay loop. The bananas you collect via exploring and completing courses allow for skill tree investment. Not too many were revealed there, but I'd imagine we'd get some interesting stuff. Outfits also make a return from Odyssey, but this time we actually have some perks, which is really interesting because these perks are nothing to sniff at. Outfits can be changed at hideouts, and hideouts can be made all over the map. From one example here, we can see you can have 5 hideouts in a map at any given time, which means there's even like a build kind of element to Donkey Kong, which I cannot actually believe. It's insane. And then we have the co-op mode, a brilliant addition. If you have a partner, kids, nieces, this is such a simple but great co-op mode. Person playing as Pauline doesn't have to do much, just throwing rocks and aiming them, which I really like the addition of the aiming reticle. But the more skillful player can pick up DK, and it's a collaborative effort. Brilliant, I'm so hyped to play this with my nieces. All in all, this really looks like a bold, inventive leap for Donkey Kong, promising endless discovery, innovative mechanics, and non-stop fun and discovery. I can't wait to see what the Odyssey team has cooked up for us. Nintendo are being very brave here and are pushing the envelope. This is a must-buy title day one, just judging from the trailer. I have no doubt about it. I rarely go out on a limb like that for a game before release. I'm always a bit skeptical, but this just looks so special. If you agree or if you disagree, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of the direct. The last Donkey Kong game I played was Donkey Kong on the Super Nintendo, and I loved that game. When I heard the music in the trailer, it made me so nostalgic. I cannot wait to play this. It's going to be incredible. I think it's out in less than a month. Amazing. Hit like, subscribe if you want to help me out. Take care, guys. Peace.